Soul family, and welcome back to SoulCast. My name is Jen Westlake, your host from Soululaire.com. I'm very happy to see you here with me again this week, and I hope all of you are doing well and that you are beginning to see some positive changes happening in your lives, some miracles and some magic. I hope that each one of you is able to spend the necessary time going within to connect with yourself, with your higher self, and with our creator. And that as you go deeper and your connections get stronger, that you're really seeing real positive change and that your reality is beginning to shift and that you are seeing more blessings in your life, that you are getting healthier, that your relationships are getting healthier, that your finances are getting healthier. Now we get to rely on ourselves and our intuition to guide and direct us as we connect to the spirit world and to trust spirit. Last week, we talked about inviting and trusting spirit more and more into our daily lives, into every situation that we encounter. And I hope that you are seeing some wonderful results from that. And I'm really grateful for the comments that I received via the comments below this video, and also the sweet emails that I receive at hello@soululaire.com. And so thank you so much for your feedback and for your thoughts. And I really appreciate each and every one of you and how you contribute and how you are helping me build our soul family. So a few weeks ago, we talked about having a collective dark night of the soul. Now, I know that you are making positive changes and that you have chosen to walk the spiritual path, but there's a lot of people out there that aren't following the same path that you are. They're very attached to the material world. They're attached to their money. Many people out there are on survival mode. Many people are looking at what is being said on the mainstream news and believing that that has to be their reality. Truth be told, it doesn't. You are in charge of creating the reality that you want for your life. You are partnering with spirit to co-create your life, your health, your finances, your peace, your freedom, whatever it is that is a true, sincere desire of your heart. You're going into your sacred space, you're going within, you're living from within, you're living soululaire from the soululaire part of yourself, and things are getting better. And you are beginning to trust that spirit has your back and that spirit is taking care of you. And it may be little things, but little things become big things and they grow and they grow. And so you can give yourself a nice pat on the back for the successes that you have attained by partnering and inviting spirit into your life and into every situation that is important to you. So even though you are working on this, we still have this collective dark night of the soul that we are going through. It's not all happening at once. It's happening in stages. It's happening in steps. And it looks like things are getting heavier and darker. And I have to tell you that they are going to get darker, that things are going to get more difficult, especially for your friends and loved ones that are not waking up to the truth, that they're not seeing that we're going through a shift of consciousness and everything that is not in our best and highest good is dismantling and falling apart and collapsing. It has to. It's no longer vibrating at a frequency of love. It is no longer vibrating at a frequency of equality. There's the haves and the haves not. And that system is no longer being supported by the universe. The universe wants everyone to have abundance for all, wants everyone to be free. Not everyone free on this earth. Not everyone is free on this earth, but spirit is in the process of changing that. And you need to awaken to that and participate in that. And we've been talking about that. And I know that it can be scary and daunting to actually speak up and speak your truth. But I'm very proud of you for having the courage to trust yourself and to trust your higher power to get you through these challenging times. So, as things get more difficult, I am going to ask you for this week to begin to back away from watching the things on the mainstream news. I'm going to ask you to back away and give yourself some space from all of the negativity, because all we're going to see is more negativity. We're going to hear more deception and lies. We're going to uncover more corruption. Now, some of these things you may want to just briefly hear about, but don't allow yourself to be inundated by all the negativity. It is the most important thing for you to do right now is to stay positive, to stay hopeful. When it comes to your family and friends, to stay complimentary, to continue to lovingly plant seeds, to ask questions and let them answer you and see what they respond. You may be happy to realize that some of your family and friends are beginning to wake up and they're begin to see some of the things that you've been talking about and noticing for a long time. Now, I'd like to warn you that there's a lot of rumors going out there. There's a lot of, psychics and other people making predictions about some very scary situations, talking about, events that are going to ruin our country and the countries around the world that could possibly put us back into the agrarian age. There's rumors of another pandemic, another lockdown. Now, we've talked about these things before, and that is why I've encouraged you to get your preparations of food and water, medicine, and cash, and to get your money and cash out of the bank and have it into your own hands. I've encouraged you to research about putting and rolling over your 401ks and your IRAs into a precious metal 401k and IRA. I have mentioned an organization that I trust, milesfranklin.com, and that if you give them a call, that they can assist you and guide you and give you the best information. They know about these things a lot better than I do. They've been in this business for a very long time. They're family owned, and that they are the experts in this field. So I encourage you to check them out if you haven't done so already. I also encourage you to continue to work on loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and trusting yourself, trusting your gut instincts, trusting your intuition. These things are difficult to do. And when we watch the mainstream news or we hear a lot of negativity, that can put us in an emotional state of fear. Now, when we are in fear, we make irrational and emotional knee-jerk reactionary decisions. And so it's important for you to stay in a state of love, to stay in peace, to remain calm, and to know that Spirit has your back. Spirit is not going to pull the rug out from underneath you, especially after all the work that you've been doing in formulating a deeper connection with your higher self and your higher power. So I just want you to know that everything is going to be okay. And even if you do get scared and you don't understand everything that's going on or why things are happening in your personal life, then I encourage you to say, hey, Heavenly Father, I don't understand what's going on, but I'm assuming that everything is unfolding according to your plan, and I know that you're going to take care of me. So even though I don't know what is going on or why things are going on, I trust you. My life is in your hands, and I trust that you've got this. And trust. It looks like trust is a recurring theme again this week. I recently received a comment from one of our followers here at SoulCast, commenting on how it seems like I'm always a week or 2 weeks ahead of all of the other spiritual teachers and the messages that they give, like remaining emotionally neutral and lovingly detached while loving ourselves, focusing on the future that we want to create, the collective dark night of the soul. And so these are the things that I have been guided to share with you, not only because of the things that I saw in my near death experiences, but because I have a deep connection with my higher power. And I am continually talking with Spirit about all the things that are going on in the world. And I'm asking every day, what messages do they want me to share with you? And that's how I come up with the messages that I give you for SoulCast. And many times there are recurring themes because they really want to make sure that these concepts are being ingrained into your minds and into your hearts and souls. I want you to know that in spite of the fact that we are living in a crazy world, that things truly are quite challenging, that you're going to be okay, that you are loved, 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 that you are so special, that you are here because you are that light in the darkness, and that you are here to help all the people that are around you in your life and in your world. Now, sometimes you don't have to say anything, but as you work on raising your vibration of love and gratitude and self-respect and self-trust, your frequency changes and your frequency beats out from you, from your heart chakra. And anyone that is around you, anyone that is in 30 feet around you in all directions, their subconscious picks up on that frequency that you are emitting. And that you, even though you may not say anything at all, just your mere arc energy, that the love that you are emanating to everyone you come in contact with is assisting them, is allowing their subconscious mind to pick up more and more truth that is coming out regularly. There are so many revelations coming out. It is so difficult to stay caught up with them all. But I encourage you to do not allow yourself to get inundated and be on overwhelm. This is the time of year. It's the end of the year. It's the holiday season. It's Christmas and New Year's. And so we have a lot more tasks on our hands to get prepared for all of those things. So I encourage you to focus on your own life and not be so worried about the events that are happening in the world. Now, check it out, but don't spend hours and hours watching the YouTube and Rumble videos, BitChute videos. Don't spend too much time on social media, especially when they're giving difficult and scary and possibly fear porn messages. Right now, I encourage you that the only one that you can trust is yourself. I don't want you to trust the mainstream media. I don't want you to trust any truther. I want you to go within and query yourself. Ask yourself, is this true? Is that true? And find out what your higher self has to say about all of the current events and happenings around the world right now. Again, we are coming to the end of an age. And it is challenging because the frequency of the previous age is coming to completion. And we need to begin to start taking action steps to bring those past things to closure in your own individual lives. And so please remember, Release those things that no longer serve you, that are no longer in your best and highest good. You are important and you are valuable. And so do those wonderful things that you deserve to show yourself love and respect, show yourself gratitude, and show those things to everyone you come in contact with. We were talking about all the things that we get to do for our own self-care, but now we get to share those things with the people we come in contact with. In the SoulCast special, 7 gifts you give yourself. Those 7 gifts now can be gifts that you give to others. And just to recap quickly what those gifts are, they are self-love, self-approval, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, self-respect, self-value, and self-trust. And I'd like to include a bonus gift, which is self-forgiveness. So remember these gifts and begin to share these gifts, not only with yourself, continue to do that, but with other people. And you'll start to see that your relationships will get better as you share these gifts with others. I want you to know how much I appreciate you. And if you are going through some challenging times and you need some one-on-one coaching, some input, some assistance in how you can say some things for a difficult conversation, if you would like some remote healing, please reach out to me at my email on hello@soululaire.com, and we can schedule a time, just you and me, and we can do a Zoom call. We can do this online, and we can work together to make your life much better, happier, healthier, and connected. Thank you again for sharing your light and your love with me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. I look forward to putting together some other SoulCast episodes to address your topics and your questions and your concerns here in the near future. I want you to know that I love you, and I hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.